Hey gym operator, it is Miles here, Miles More Members, Health Club Business Strategist. I hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you an exercise called Past, Present, Future. Now this is something that I do when I'm touring a prospect in a gym for the first time. And the reason why this exercise is so good is it gets the person to visualize and go through the thoughts, feelings and emotions of what it's like to be their ideal self, what it's like to be their current self, and what it was like maybe to be a past self. The reason why this is really useful is, in my experience, I've found that one of the big reasons why people don't ever get around to exercise is because they're so busy comparing themselves unfavorably to someone who's better shape than them. You know, like a guy who's skinny compares himself to like some ripped bodybuilder, or a lady who considers herself to be overweight compares herself to a lady that she perceives to be in fantastic shape. Now, you and I know that those, the bodybuilder and the lady that's perceived to be in great shape are actually, they should be inspirational tools to motivate a person towards where they want to get to. The problem is that a lot of people never can wire their brain to think about someone else favourably. So, the reason why I do past, present, future is it gets a person to think less about others and focus more inward on themselves. What it does specifically is it gets them to think about themselves as their best self, maybe from past experience, maybe when they were fitter, in better shape. Get them to think about themselves as they are now, because obviously they want to make a change, otherwise they wouldn't be here. And then how they want to get, where they want to get to. Problem a lot of people have, I think, in terms of their fitness goals, is think about what they don't want. Like, I don't want to get fatter. Like, instead of, I want to specifically be, 12% body fat in 3 months, and then obviously the strategy and all that behind it is where you come in. So past, present, future, here's some examples of what I would say so that you can kind of get a feel for this. So I would say things such as, so John, so tell me, in a roundabout way, 10 being the fittest that you've ever been, 1 being like the least you've ever been. Scale of 1 to 10. 10, fittest you've ever been, 1, least shape you've ever been. Where are you right now? He gives an answer, maybe a 4 or a 5. And then what I say is, okay, so what makes you a 5? Like what makes you a 5? Okay, well, I've not been physically active now for several months, and I've recognised that I need to change something. I then say, where were you when you were at your fittest and your healthiest? He says, I was probably about an 8. I'd say, fantastic. How did that make you feel? What were you doing differently? And get him to mentally associate with the thoughts, feelings and emotions of being an 8. How did that make you feel? Obviously, that's a good state to elicit. I then say, what's the least you've ever been? Probably a 3. Okay, what were you doing differently then? And get him to talk about the strategy behind that, negative feelings and emotions. Then what I do is, okay, if you took action today, where do you think you could be 3 months from now? Well, from a 5 now, I think I could get to a 7. And what do you think you need to do to get to a 7? And he gives you some strategies. The reason why past, present, future is so good is it gets the person to think about where they are now, where they want to be. It also gets them to associate with the pain of heading back in a negative direction and the pleasure of getting to exactly where they want to. It's such a powerful exercise because it immediately puts a person in that kind of, I don't want to be a 2 again, but I really do want to be an 8. And that's the kind of states that you need to elicit to get people to join your club and for you to get more sales. And ultimately to get more commitment. Like if you're a personal trainer, you need to start using this. Look, if you want these specific questions for the 1 to 10 scale for past, present, future, drop me an email at miles@milesmoremembers.com. I just ran a teleclass today going through this in a lot more depth. So if you want that, drop me an email, I'll send you that as well. For now, hope that's useful. Speak to you soon.